Hello, it's me again. See, I promised and I always keep my promises, or I try really hard. Happy October. How is that possible? It's amazing that it's the month of October, but this is literally my favorite time of the year, both personally and professionally. Baseball postseason. How many of you are really excited about the baseball playoffs, or you've already felt a stake in your heart? I know there are some fans that are certainly disappointed, but hope springs eternal. We know spring training will be here before you know it. Oh gosh, no, I gotta back up. Also, football heading into week number 5. How is that possible? With 2 teams who are still undefeated, Bills and Eagles fans, are you on a clash course, a collision course for the Super Bowl? Maybe. Don't ask me to make a Super Bowl prediction in October. That was always one of my pet peeves. But another team that's got 4 wins in the San Francisco 49ers. Now, lest you think this is a video about sports, it is not. I'm outside enjoying this perfect weather. Oh my gosh, we had temperatures in the 40s last night and we still had our windows open. So thus begins the game, the dance. How cold does it have to get in the house before we turn the heat on? As a good New Hampshire girl, it's a game that we played every year in my house. I'm not sure my Texan husband would agree that's such a fun game, but he's become very hardy. He had 2 blankets, but windows open in our bedroom last night, and it was such great sleeping. So I hope that your October has gotten off to a positive start. Can you see the daisies behind me? Those are the fall daisies. They're yellow and, well, they're white with the yellow centers, and they make me so happy. They bloom every year in October. So that's right on schedule. The plants never have any trouble staying right on schedule like we as humans do. I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the responses, the reaction, the comments, the kind words about the first video. You know, this is way outside my comfort zone. I don't enjoy being on camera. And now I'm a little worried that the neighbors can hear me because I'm outside. Also, I felt like I was eating the camera on the first video, so let's try not to do that today. But yeah, too nice to be inside with this glorious sunshine and the beautiful temperatures. My husband and I are heading up to New Hampshire for part of Columbus Day weekend. Get this, we're going to attempt. I do stress attempt because the weather is volatile. On top of Mount Washington, highest wind speeds ever recorded, up to 250 something miles per hour. But I've been on top of that mountain so many times and in a car. I've always wanted to use the Cog Railway to go up and down. But recently, since I got more into hiking and my husband's into hiking, we actually have decided we want to hike Mount Washington before we move. Talk about a bucket list item. So we're planning on hiking up the mountain to the summit. Again, hoping the temperatures and the weather cooperate, and then taking the Cog Railway, the famed Cog Railway, back down. It should be awesome. If we survive, of course, there will be a video to tell you all about it. But thank you so much for checking out the first video and for all your kind words about seeing me again and about hearing what's up with us in our personal life, as well as the big news that we have that we're relocating. We'll be leaving New Jersey. So house is under contract, and we were in Texas for a long weekend. We were able to find a house to make an offer, had our offer, accepted, and now we're under contract on a house in Texas. And so there'll be a lot more to reveal about that. I got to change arms. Oh my gosh, my one arm is from holding this this device. It's not my phone. It's a Galaxy Note or something, but it's heavy. I'm getting some muscles here while I do this. Anyway, we're relocating to Texas to be closer to our moms specifically. It definitely is that time in their lives where they can use some extra help, but also just the companionship. My mom and I have never lived within fewer than 8 hours driving distance because my career has taken me all over the country. We've never been fewer than 8 hours apart by car. And so this is an opportunity for me to put family first, not to mention my husband is a Texan and his entire family is in Texas. So as I say, we put an offer on a house. It was accepted. We are now in the early stages of the contract, the inspection, all of that jazz. So I will share more as we go through, but really cute story. Well, I thought it was cute. I don't know if my husband thought it was cute, but he played it off very well. We are going to be probably within an hour of my mom as well as some of his family members based on the location. Again, if the contract goes through and this is the house that we end up buying, and my mom is over the moon excited, again, because we've never lived close together and she can't wait for us to be within this hour driving distance. And as we get closer to adopting, so my husband and I are in the process of adopting a child. And so as we get closer to that, we decided we needed to be near our families for a lot of reasons, for them and for us and for our future, we believe daughter, for our future daughter. And so my mom is walking around the new house for the last time before we put the offer in. And she says to my husband and I, "You're going to be seeing so much of me. I'm going to be here almost every day." Which I think is tremendous. Well, I mean, every day would be a lot. Sorry, Mom. But I hope that she comes over all the time. I have to give credit to my husband because he did not say a word. He did not make a face. He just smiled. So that was really sweet. Even though, of course, mother-in-laws are a challenge in one way or another, except for mine. Mine is perfect. Hi, Mom. So anyway, that was really cute. My mom is just all excited and his family is too. So we'll talk more about the moving process as we get closer. But many of you have asked about the pets lately and I wanted to give you an update. I am quite sure that both Daisy and Flower would be out here in the yard bothering me if I allowed them to come outside, but I did not. They're inside. Daisy is on a diet because she's not your typical Aussie. In fact, she's a little bit lazy. We call her Lazy Daisy. But she is getting better at walking. She and Flower walk very well together, though she does try to get out of her walks every single day. We have to coax her sometimes, and we're pretty sure the only reason she goes on walks is so she can come home and have a treat. But she's sweet and she's doing much better with people. I think Flower has pulled her out of her shell a little bit, so she's not nearly as afraid of new people or new situations. So that's awesome. Flower's doing great. All you have to do is say the word WALK. We have to spell around this dog. She starts hopping around like a kangaroo whenever it's time to go for a stroll, as we call it. She hasn't learned that word yet. So she's got a ton of energy, loves to be outside, and gets the zoomies, of course, every day. And so they're doing well. I'm sure they're going to adjust to the move to Texas very well because they love the great outdoors and being outside. But we'll see about Sugar. So Sugar is right now weighing on my heart. She's 17 and a half. She's got some major arthritis. She's also on medication for thyroid, and she howls at night, which I think I had told you before I left the show. So I'm a little bit nervous about making a decision. Should we put her through a move? She's an older cat, and I know it would stress her out. I don't want it to severely damage her quality of life, so it's not worth it. I don't want to put her through a cross-country move if it would be detrimental to her health. But I also always have a hard time saying goodbye to a pet. And she's the last of the pets that I had when I was single for, 11 years. I had the three of them together. Ellie, my older cat, Penny, of course, and now Sugar is the last one. So I struggle with that. I go back and forth praying that God would give me the wisdom to know exactly when to say goodbye to her. But we do still have the three pets right now anyway. So just wanted to let you know what's happening. Also, here's a good idea. Oh my gosh, this thing is heavy. I know many of you love the Ask Amy Anything segment, so why don't we do that for the next video, chapter 3, in our new direction. Maybe you can send some questions and I can field them and answer them here on this very stripped down, unofficial video series. This is not a podcast. Don't call it a podcast. But it is good to be able to connect with you. And again, I'm so happy that I was able to hear from so many of you. P.S. Jay, producer Jay, is the one who's helping me post these videos, and he's doing really well. Maybe we can get an update from him at some point too. So enjoy your first weekend of October, and we will talk very soon. Thanks, guys. Thanks for not caring that this is just me. It's just me outside, but it is beautiful out here.